Well, next tonight, to the continuing decline of Britain's high streets. In the last year, we've seen several household names already collapse due to decreasing footfall, with more and more people choosing to shop online.
Well, research for a special edition of ITV's Tonight programmes found that across Yorkshire, there's a higher than average number of empty shops, more than 4,100 units, and footfalls dropped by about a quarter in the last decade.
Well, Victoria Whittam is in Cleckheaton, where they're hoping investment in the town shopping arcade will help buck the trend. Victoria.
Yes, Gaynor, believe it or not, this arcade was once known as the Rubber Tunnel because of what it was decorated in. But that's a thing of the past. It's undergoing a £2.5 million refurbishment. I'll be speaking to the developers in a moment about why they felt confident enough to put that kind of money into Cleckheaton. But first of all, I've been speaking to some of the retailers through the busy Christmas period.
It's the little high street with a big offer. Cleckheaton is bucking the national trend. Even if they haven't opened yet, every shop unit is taken, and most by independent retailers.
There we are, sir. OK, thanks. 4.45, please.
Chris Hookey has been behind the counter at Spend Fair Deals for 47 years.
4.45, that's 5, and 5 is 10.
He says he knows the secret to longevity in the retail sector.
It's all down to service and looking after the people, listening to what they want. If I get asked for a product twice in 1 week, I buy one, because somebody might want it the third time. There's no chain of command in a small shop like this. People coming in now in the 40s who remember me when they were toddling. People say, my dad always tells me, go see that lad in Cleckheaton if you want anything, he'll put you right.
My ladies love that I know their size when they walk in. I actually buy specifically for certain customers because I know that what their tastes are, what they like.
Sharon College worked for a large department store before opening her own Cleckheaton business. Speaking in December, she was concerned by the effect Black Friday sales and events in Westminster might have on her busiest period.
It does have a huge impact on the whole month because people now are preparing for Black Friday, people are waiting for the discounts to happen, so it does hold off with their spending. And of course this November we had the announcement of the election, so it was literally like someone had turned the tap off on Christmas all of a sudden overnight.
Over the past 10 years, the number of people visiting high streets in the Callander region has fallen by 25%, the second highest drop in the country. And figures for vacant shops are also greater than average, with 13.6% empty. That's more than 4,100 vacant units. But with 2/3 of the region's shops now run by independent retailers, experts say there's hope for the high street yet, and local people are the ones driving it.
They see shops closing, they see empty shops, they see kind of the too many pound shops and betting shops and those sorts of things, and that's not what they want, but they don't feel able to do anything about it. So, one of the reasons why we think more independent and community businesses coming into the high street is it gives people an ability to shape things, gives communities a real stake in the future of their high street.
Cleckheaton has seen millions of pounds of investment in the past year. In this newly renovated cafe, shoppers come from across West Yorkshire.
Really nice shops, very individual shops, which is what you want on a high street rather than going to the big stores.
Tesco Cleckheaton is not such a big supermarket where it takes the monopoly.
Car parks here, banks, shops and everything here. Instead of going into the cities, they can't get car park down there.
And because the car park here is a 4-hour free, which no any other town gives, so that's another 1 hour parking in front of shops, so it brings a lot of customers really. Christmas has been really a busy time here.
Last week we returned to see how the Christmas and sales period compared to previous years.
I think Cleckheaton's fared probably better than most towns in the valley. It seemed as busy as normal. People used to come in and complain they couldn't park. That's always a good sign if car parks are all full. So it seems like the footfall was there. And I had a good Christmas, don't get me wrong, but it could have been better.
I think when we spoke last time I mentioned about once the election was announced, it was like someone had literally turned off the tap, and I'm not sure that tap ever came back on. I do think that there is real hope for the small independents like myself, as long as we can have a niche and offer a point of difference.
But despite pressure from online retailers and big brand sales, the future for this high street looks promising. The refurbished arcade has encouraged other businesses to invest.
we're trying to keep up with everybody else. This year we're having the salon renovated, we're having the upstairs done, there's going to be a nice little boutique situated up there, so we're excited, yeah. There's lots of new things coming to Cleckheaton. I think it's going to be a good year.
Well, the ribbon hasn't even been cut yet to open this arcade, but already it's full of independent retailers. Jonathan, you represent the developers who spent the money here. Why did you feel confident in investing in Cleckheaton?
Well, Robert Williams and Ernest Wilson have been champions of small business for a number of years now, and Cleckheaton is one of those towns that seems to buck the trend. There's very few empty retail premises, there's lots of independent businesses, which is what we're all about. So when the opportunity came to buy what was Central Arcade, we decided we'd put our money where our mouth is, and £2.5 million later we're delighted. We've got 13 tenants, 11 of whom are independent, and as you can see from everything you've filmed in the last few days, it's looking fantastic.
Well, one of the biggest threats to retail is the online factor, but even they are trying to do something for our high streets.
Over 600,000 people each year start a business, and of course many of those start online because it's so much easier now to sell via marketplaces like Amazon, to sell via platforms like Instagram. But actually what these businesses want is they do want to meet their customers, because customers give you feedback. Do you like this colour? Is my price point right? Should I be doing it in a different way? And that's a feedback that you can get in physical shops.
Well, as you can see, there is lots of support from the retailers here for Cleckheaton Town Centre. Fiona, you represent the Chamber of Trade. It doesn't just happen overnight, successful town centres, does it?
No, attracting people to the town is the main purpose of the Chamber. We have some amazing independent retailers and we have a wonderful community. So we try and put on as many events as we can, and we do incentives. So we've got the Christmas market, which is one of the biggest events of the year. We also do things for children like Halloween hunts, Easter egg hunts, so many lovely things, which is all in the purpose of trying to get people into the town and, supporting something that is, really wonderful to have.
Fantastic. Well, I can see you all like the new arcade. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to do good for you. Well, it may look bad for high streets at the moment, but perhaps Cleckheaton could be a model for how people should be doing it.
Victoria Whittam for us this evening in Cleckheaton. Thank you very much.